Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining me for our Meet the Management Team video series, where we introduce some of the executives in GovCon, their roles, and how they work together on a shared mission to achieve company-wide goals. I'm Amanda Ziadeh with WashingtonExec, and with me today is members of Parry Labs management team. JD Parks, CEO, Aydin Mohtashamian, Chief Operating Officer, Mark Blanco, Chief Growth Officer, Dave Walsh, Chief Technology Officer, and Chelsea Stearns, Director of Human Resources. Thank you all so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having us.
Of course. So JD, we'll start with you. Tell us a bit about Parry Labs' vision and strategy for the near-term future. What are you focused on as CEO?
Sure. Well, thanks again for having us on. We're excited to talk about Parry Labs and where we're going. Parry's tagline is the dominance of digital, and Parry is really focused right now in our life cycle of helping our customers, both legacy platforms and programs, as well as new platforms and programs, achieve this dominance of digital. So that means modernizing, digital infrastructure, hardware and software, and helping them really realize the open architecture value of today's technology. And so as a management team, as a company, as a core technology provider for the U.S. government, we're really focused on making this become a reality and helping our customers fully achieve this vision. For myself as the CEO, we're really focused on scaling. The company is growing dramatically. And so how do we balance, innovation while delivering on major programs of record? And so, Parry has invested a lot in our quality and our delivery and how we manifest this technology for our customers on major programs while still being agile and small and innovative. And so balancing those as a CEO is probably our top priority.
All right. Thanks for sharing. And Aydin, how do these objectives determine your operational goals for the company?
No, thank you. Again, thank you for having us today. This is a real pleasure to be able to talk about the company. In many ways, we track some of the traditional things that a lot of companies, of course, do in terms of cash flow, revenue, and growth. But I think where we're different is we really look towards, exceeding customer expectations. So we look everything from the technology we're bringing to the customers, to the programs we're executing. And, we look at it on a very regular basis. The product ideas, the solutions we're bringing, if they're really resonating with customers, and how do we need to change to get better, not only get better traction, but also ensuring that once we do bring something, in many ways, we're bringing technology that is new, that hasn't been fielded before, is very innovative, and making sure that we're meeting and exceeding the customer's expectations. So we really look at very specifically on the qualitative front, being very close with our customers, ensuring we get their feedback, and internally making sure we have all the right measures of measuring customer satisfaction, and just internally, measuring how aligned we are with our customers and, with each other in terms of delivery. So that's really important from a management team, to make sure that we really understand how we can improve and deliver better every day for our customers.
And Mark, tell us a bit about Parry Labs' recent rapid growth. What are your top growth initiatives, and how are you helping to drive them?
Our rapid growth has really been driven by the like-minded nature of the Parry approach with many of our initial customers, where we believe in agile and rapid mission systems integration. We've identified and worked with a number of customers who have the similar needs, especially in the special operations community, and thus together we've been able to drive a lot of early success. We also have some technologists and technology within the company that we were able to leverage and take advantage of some near-term major programs that we were able to capture, such as the ANPLT6. Our top growth initiatives moving forward are going to be focused on growing into the broader, larger Army, Navy, and Air Force as they look to implement their modular open systems approach. This is something that's somewhat novel and at the same time is new to many of the primes in the industry. We're well positioned to be that interface point between the customers as well as the primes, and help both leverage this MOSA approach to be successful and allow them to integrate technologies more rapidly and successfully moving forward. As far as what I do to enable this is, number one, stay out of the team's way. We have great people here who know what they're doing. My job is to keep a high level view and make sure that we're prioritizing the things that make sense not only for the customer, but for the growth of the company. And at the same time, looking forward to identify the next areas where we think we can help our customers be successful in their rapid mission systems integration.
Aydin, we'll come back to you then. How have your priorities shifted during this realized growth, and how are you preparing your team for the continued growth to come?
Yes, thank you again. I think how the priorities has changed. I've been here 2 years. In the beginning, we were really focused in ensuring that we had continuity on our programs and very closely linked with our customers. So it was very much, we were all in the business and making sure we had traction and the traction stayed. So we had sustained runway for our programs. Now, as the team has grown and the programs have grown and our customers have diversified from, in the initial phases from the Special Forces Community to across all 5 services, it's really focusing on the team and making sure the team is aligned, making sure that we're all working together towards a common goal. So we spend, as a management team, a significant amount of time to make sure we have the right people in the right positions. They are all working through the same goals. And then really looking at a little further out, right? Instead of just looking 6 months out, 8 months out, looking at what is a business going to look like in 3 years? What is a business going to look like in 5 years? What are the investments we need to make today? So a significant amount of long-term planning and making sure we start identifying, the gaps that we need to fill to be successful in 3 years and 5 years, not just 6 months at a time.
And Dave, as CTO, what kinds of technologies are you adopting enterprise-wide to help with these initiatives? And are you also focused on customer-facing innovation?
Yeah, absolutely. So we began investing in a DevOps environment and digital twins for ourselves to allow us to have the speed and scale to both build mission and safety critical systems using a modular open systems approach across both crewed and uncrewed platforms. We started there. We also had a need for the digital twins because of our geographically separated workforce to allow us to integrate and maximize the value of all the teams that are sometimes sitting at home. So those investments have quickly turned into innovation externally, where we have built an entire ecosystem of digital twins, both hardware and software. The DevOps environment itself is now part of that ecosystem. The expertise and of those teams that are sitting across the country that have the domain expertise are now able to work within it. Really the combination of all that allows us to both leverage the investments that we started with internally for that speed and scale and now offer that as a value proposition to our customers.
All right, wonderful. So Chelsea, how do you anticipate all of these initiatives will enhance company-wide workforce and growth?
Thanks, Amanda. It's a great question. Our focus at Parry Labs is always on the customer and our employees. So as we continue to grow, we'll be focusing on bringing in top talent that is a cultural fit for the organization. Our culture is so important to us. We'll also be focusing on initiatives that allow us to better support our employees in all ways. So everything from skill development and training to wellness and corporate social responsibility efforts. We believe that by focusing on these initiatives will not only enhance productivity, but ultimately customer satisfaction, which is always what we strive for.
All right, wonderful. Well, to close, JD, I have one last question for you. How do you work together and collaborate towards a shared mission and goals for the company?
Well, I think much like our customers, you're seeing a multi-domain force structure come together, and we're very much the same inside of our business. We're a mirror of our customers and the challenges that they're facing, from how does air and ground work together to how do these new technologies relate to old technologies. Parry across the board inside of our business is truly a collaborative place. Well, often a overused word. As a growth company, we're always focused on the right ideas winning, and really excellence in all we do, and fail fast, and all these sort of mantras that many high growth companies have had, but we do truly live that. And I think it's what made us successful to date, and what will be important as we continue to scale and grow to support our customers more effectively.
All right, wonderful. Well, again, thank you all so much for joining me on this series of Meet the Management Team. It's a pleasure having you all on board, and thanks so much for helping explain your vision, your shared goals, and all your respective roles. I appreciate it.